Hey, what is so what is the working principle behind some of your equipment? Let's just say the smoke detector, for example.
Yeah, just how it works really. Well, let me give you a couple of examples then. So really you can think of Redline as just being the leader in any type of diagnostic leak detection.
Okay.
Now, we create different strategies and different technology for different applications because it's not one size fit all, or my life would be really easy.
Yeah.
So, for instance, in an internal combustion, a boosted, say, a turbo system, then a technician will use red lines, as you said, smoke machine, high pressure. You see a lot of them behind me here.
Yep,
We
I
make
do.
them for most of the big automakers use this technology. And the reason they use it is because you have here a piece of equipment that can simulate the boost load of a running engine with the engine safely off for a technician to test. So they use visual vapor and it opens up faults, cracks, broken components that only open under pressure, right? This is just basic engineering.
Yep.
And so you can see with this visual vapor in a matter of under 10 minutes without doing a whole engine teardown, it's an enormous time savings. And you have a guarantee you're fixing, right? The first time, no part starts, right? But in EV, visual vapor is not the right application. So we developed our BCLD, or battery and coolant leak detector technology. That the big deal on this is we own the patent on the ability to not only tell you if there is a leak in a CLDV system, whether it's a battery enclosure or a battery arterial coolant system, which, as you know, John, can be incredibly complex and difficult to find problems in, will not only tell you if you do have a leak, but can exactly pinpoint where that leak is. So this equipment creates its own forming gas, and we can, depending upon the automaker's needs, have use different kinds of forming gases. And and as you're well aware, coming from the battery space, battery enclosures must be safely sealed to manufacturer's standard, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
This is a safety issue, and yet they go through the installation process, transportation or towing, uh, a lot of road wear. If you drive like I do, you probably hit a curb now and again. I'm in a hurry. I got places to go, John, and small collisions, right? And so you get a certain amount of torsion and you get these small impacts. And over time, you're going to have leaks in the battery enclosure, the seal, or the coolant system. And what we know is that those will diminish the state of health of the battery. They will lower the vehicle value because the battery is the value, right? And in a worst case scenario, you're going to have a catastrophic thermal runaway when you get intrusion of water, salt, or road debris.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So this is very important work we're doing.
It is, and I think it's unfortunately what happened with the pandemic for others help spur your business into massive growth, which I think is very cool.
We didn't miss a single day during the pandemic. I'm proud to say we really dug in and we took a lot of safety measures for our team members and really just supported them when they needed it. And it was it was a terrible time, and yet it was also a time that we all had the ability to dig in and pay attention to what matters, and we did for growth.
Yeah. Under your leadership and vision, too, by the way, Alex. Um, can you disclose perhaps how many people you have working there?
So in my building, we've got about 50 people in my building here.
Okay.
And then, we have other locations as well.
Okay. Supplier base is vast too, as well. So you're not only um, doing things to help grow your business within, but also supplier base from outside. That's good. How far do you go for parts? Can you disclose that? For example, do you have any parts built? You said that all of your product is built in the United States. Are some of the product built in the Northeast or the North, um, or in the Southeast or the
We,
Northeast of the country?
we have supplier vendors that are really everywhere.
Okay.
And, I think when I mean, Munro is like the one of my inspirations for lean manufacturing,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
It's important to have second sources. It's important to make sure that our procurement is uninterrupted.
Yep.
And I really enjoyed the recent interview with RJ Scaringe when he talked about building to a bomb and how it really, for their new vehicle, they backed into what the market wanted, what they knew the market was looking for. In his case, it was price. In our case, oftentimes it's a new technology or a new procedure that needs to be supported, and then really challenge their engineers and designers to build to that, and it spurs innovation,
Yes.
right? Sometimes when we have these limitations, it can really spur, I think, the brightest ideas.